When you hear a show tune from the great white way, does a shiver run through ya? Well, we're giving them to ya. Sing hallelujah and shout hooray. Come on along and listen to Broadway to Main Street. USA.
I hear music when I look at you, a beautiful theme of every dream I ever knew. Down deep in my heart, I hear it play. I feel it start, then melt away. I hear music when I touch your hand, a beautiful melody from some enchanted land. Down deep in my heart, I hear it say, is this the day? I alone have heard this lovely strain. I alone have heard this glad refrain. Must it be forever inside of me? Or why can't I let it go? Why can't I let you know? Why can't I let you know the song my heart would sing? That beautiful rhapsody of love and youth and spring. The music is sweet, the words are true, the song is you. Strain. I alone have heard this glad refrain. Must it be forever inside of me? Why can't I let it go? Why can't I let you know? Why can't I let you know the song my heart would sing? That beautiful rhapsody of love and youth and spring. The music is sweet, the words are true, the song is you.
And the song is you, dear listeners, and me, and today, Oscar Hammerstein and Jerome Kern. Hello, this is Larry Maslon, your host for Broadway to Main Street here on 88.3 WLIW-FM, Long Island's only signature, one-of-a-kind, individual NPR station. And that rather upbeat rendition of that tune should tell you that the music and words of Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein are both timely and timeless. And today we will look through a survey of over, 25 years, a quarter of a century of their masterworks, their cornerstones of the American musical theater and Hollywood as well. Well, by the time Oscar Hammerstein actually rolled up his sleeves and worked with Jerome Kern, Mr. Kern had established himself as the composer of the American musical theater. They were about 10 years apart, and Kern knew Oscar's family, who had been big producers on Broadway and in vaudeville. And in 1920, when Kern was asked to compose the score to Sonny, a vehicle for the somewhat temperamental and egotistical star Marilyn Miller, he asked Oscar Hammerstein to join him along with Otto Harbach to write the lyrics. And the story goes that they worked together famously. They both wanted to do interesting and different things in the American musical, and they brought Miss Miller, I guess back then, to somebody's penthouse apartment, and Oscar acted out the whole story and did the whole lyrics and explained this very complicated, integrated musical to Miss Miller. And she said, and my tap specialty number is when exactly? Be that as it may, they managed to write some wonderful music. And here is a song that has, again, lived on through the ages. It's from 1920, but we think recorded maybe in the early 1940s by Tommy Dorsey's band with a young singer named Frank Sinatra.
just who stole my heart away. Who, when I'm alone, lonesome and blue, makes me dream all day. Dreams I know will never come true. Everything I have is yours, dear. Seems as though I'll ever be blue. I'm singing the blues. You tell me and I'll tell you. Means my happiness. String along with me, I'll see you through. Would I answer yes to? Hear me talking to you. Well, you ought to guess. Look, who, here comes the bride. Who's by her side? Nobody else but you, baby.
If Kern and Hammerstein did anything, they knew how to do a torch song. They knew how to do a torch song that had such depth and such a personal level of characterization that it spoke to everyone. It was so specific, it was universal. I guess that's the way you might put it. And for Helen Morgan in 1929, they wrote a show called Sweet Adeline, and here are two songs from that score. First is sung by Carmen McRae. You're going to know both these songs, and I'm sure you'll enjoy these renditions.
Don't ever leave me now that you're here. Here is where you belong. Everything seems so right when you're near. When you're away, it's all wrong. I'm so dependent. When I need comfort, I always run to you. Don't ever leave me, 'cause if you do, I'll have no one to run to. When you're near, when you're away, it's all wrong. I'm so dependent. When I need comfort, I always run to you. If you do, I'll have no one no one to run to. What is the good of me by myself? Why was I born? Why am I living? What do I gain? What am I giving? Why do I want a thing I daren't hope for? What can I hope for? I wish I knew. Why do I try to draw you near me? Why do I cry? You never hear me. I'm a poor fool, but what can I do? Why was I born to love you? I'm a poor fool, but what can I do? Why was I born to love you?
Why was I born? Well, maybe Kern and Hammerstein were born to write songs like that. That was sung originally by Helen Morgan, and in this rendition, it's Morgana King, a wonderful jazz singer from the 50s who some of you may remember as Don Vito Corleone's wife in the two Godfather films. Morgana King, lovely singer. Well, Music in the Air in 1931 was a big hit for them. It was a bit more in the operetta style, which was slightly running out of gas, certainly by 1931, but they managed to inject some ozone into it, shall we say. Here is a version of a song I like very much, sung by Linda Scott, which actually made the pop charts in 1960. Again, a sign of the endurance of Kern and Hammerstein. I've told every little star.
Dum, da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Why haven't I told you? Oh, baby, I told every little star just how sweet I think you are. Why haven't I told you? Ripples in a brook made my heart an open book. Why haven't I told you? Friends ask me, am I in love? I always answer yes. Might as well confess if the answer's yes. Maybe you may love me too. Oh, my darling, if you do, why haven't you told me? Da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Friends ask me, am I in love? I always answer yes. Might as well confess if the answer's yes. Baby, you may love me too. Oh, my darling, if you do, why haven't you told me? Da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I hear music when I look at you, a beautiful theme of every dream I ever knew. Down deep in my heart, I hear it play, I feel it start, then melt away. I hear music when I touch your hand, a beautiful melody from some enchanted land. Down deep in my heart, I hear it say, is this the day? I alone have heard this lovely strain. I alone have heard this glad refrain. Must it be forever inside of me? Why can't I let it go? Why can't I let you know? Why can't I let you know the song my heart would sing? That beautiful rhapsody of love and youth and spring. The music is sweet, the words are true, the song is you. Must it be forever inside of me? Why can't I let it go? Why can't I let you know? Why
was the inimitable voice of Rebecca Luker, who we miss so much these days. She had the perfect voice for Jerome Kern, psychological and yet sort of creamy and wonderful and full of soul and life. So the song is You, from Music in the Air, sung, I guess you might say, straight up the middle, but beautifully by Rebecca Luker. Well, we're looking today at the relationship between Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein here on Broadway to Main Street. And we think obviously of Hammerstein and Rogers, and we think of Kern with such varied lyricists as Dorothy Fields or Johnny Mercer or Ira Gershwin. And this is a good moment to recognize the support of the Ira and Leonore Gershwin Philanthropic Fund to Broadway to Main Street. But I think they actually had the most fun working together. They were both serious-minded. They both felt like they were sort of naughty boys at play. It didn't feel like work to them when they sat down at the writing desk and the piano, respectively. And I think there was just so much joy in their partnership, even though there would be years in between the times they worked together, and sometimes they worked on Broadway and sometimes in Hollywood. And they were both busy men who forged relationships, obviously, with other writers. But at any rate, here is Very Warm for May, 1939, a show that didn't quite fly as a show, but left us some tremendous songs. So to celebrate the fun they had together, here is Jerry Southern and Dave Barber.
We are seen around New York, El Morocco and the Stork, and the other stay-up-late cafes. I am on the town with you these days. That's the way it stands. Just a fellow and a girl, we have had a little whirl, and our feet have left the ground a bit. We've played around a bit. That's the way it stands. For we are strictly good time Charlies who like to drink and dance around and maybe kick romance around. And that's the way it stands. All in fun. This thing is all in fun. When all is said and done, how far can it go? Some cocktails, some orchids, a show or two, a line in a column that links me with you. Just for laughs, you're with me night and day. And so the dopes all say that I'm that way about you. Here's the laugh. And when I tell you, this'll kill you. What they say is true.
The breathless hush of evening on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights a star, the dearest thing I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I know that moment divine when all the things you are the dearest thing I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine when all the things you
Ah, what a song. I mean, certainly one of the top 10 great songs of the American musical, so enduring, beautifully rendered, in my opinion, by Sarah Vaughan. Well, when the 30s and 40s started to happen, Hollywood beckoned both of them. Oscar, I think, was beckoned somewhat reluctantly, but Jerry Kern loved Hollywood. He loved his little house with his antiques and his rare books and his pipe collection, and he was quite the social butterfly insofar as people came over all the time to enjoy his company. Of course, Oscar did as well when he was in Hollywood. They wrote a number of songs for Hollywood. Again, the movies, you can't even really find them on DVD. This is a movie called High, Wide, and Handsome, and they wrote 2 unforgettable songs for that. Here is Andy Williams to lead us off.
every night reminds me how much I want you, how much I want you back again.
This song is dedicated to the memory of my dear friend, the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mr. Earl Barrow. Someday we'll build a house on a hilltop high, you and I, shiny and new, a cottage that two can fill, and we'll be pleased to be called the folks who live on the hill. Someday we may be adding a thing or two, a wing or two. We will make changes as any family will, and we'll be pleased to be called the folks who live on the hill. Our veranda will command a view of meadows green, the sort of view that seems to want to be seen. And when our kids grow up and leave us, we'll sit and look at the same old view, just we two, Darby and Joan, who used to be Jack and Jill, and we'll be pleased to be called what we have always been called, the folks who live on the
Nina Simone in what is to me such a melancholy and wonderful version of the folks who live on the hill. The way she sings it, it's almost a song about what didn't happen to those folks who live on the hill. A wonderful song from High, Wide, and Handsome. Go try to find it. I think it's on a Warner archive. Best of luck. Well, Kern and Hammerstein wrote a song for Abbott and Costello. Can you believe it? Well, I've lied a little bit. It's not Abbott and Costello. It's an Abbott and Costello movie called One Night in the Tropics. It was written for somewhat misbegotten show called Gentlemen Unafraid, and then interpolated into a very popular Abbott and Costello movie. Here are Reed Shelton and Susan Watson from a studio recording of Your Dream, parentheses, is the same of my dream, close parentheses.
The same as my dream. Your future is mine when I dream.
I want heaven with you, and you want heaven with me.
We each want half of the same romance.
about the night. I dream about the night here with you. All through the day I wish away the time until the time when I'm here with you. Down falls the sun, I run to meet you. The evening mist melts away. Down smiles the moon, and soon your lips recall the kiss I dreamed of all through the Down falls the sun, to meet you.
That was Margaret Whiting, a good friend and protege of Jerome Kern. She produced one of the first all Kern albums and on Capitol, and her renditions of his music are just top drawer. That's All Through the Day from a movie called Centennial Summer, believed to be the last song that Jerome Kern wrote, perhaps not. Kern came to New York in 1945 to work with Oscar Hammerstein on a revival of Showboat. And guess what, folks? We've gone through almost an hour of amazing Kern and Hammerstein songs, and we haven't even discussed Showboat. Well, you know what? There's such good music. We're going to leave Showboat out. How about that? We have a Showboat episode in our archives just to wow you with how wonderful they were in complimenting that fantastic work. They didn't do too many one-off songs. Oscar wrote one. He was so moved in the days before World War II to write these lyrics. He sent them to Jerry Kern and said, I don't know if you can do anything with this. And by the time he supposedly took the train to California, there was Jerry Kern in Pasadena with the music to this song. And I'm going to let Ed Sullivan and Oscar Hammerstein introduce and set up this timeless classic.
Oscar, it's grand to have you back on the show again tonight, and I was just telling him something that I'd like you to do. I just set the scene for the last time I saw her.
What Ed's told you is pretty near the whole story. I hadn't written a hit in 11 years. But the only thing that really cast me down was this failure I didn't write, The Fall of Paris. I just couldn't get it out of my mind. I kept thinking of the silly and frivolous side of Paris. Chevalier in his straw hat slanting down over his eye. Miss Stanguette and her famous legs. These things seemed ridiculous and pathetic and touching when you realized that the heavy boots of the enemy were stamping down on the streets of Paris. Then my mind switched from the nightlife of Paris to the more important day life, the beauty of its buildings, its trees and lawns and parks, the stimulating confusion of the happy streets. I didn't know if I'd ever see Paris again, so I tried to sketch a little picture of the city as I'd known it, to preserve the memory for myself and anyone else who cared about it as I did.
I'm going to ask Oscar to tell you the tender lyrics he wrote on that occasion for the last time I saw Paris.
A lady known as Paris, romantic and charming, has left her old companions and faded from view. Lonely men with lonely eyes are seeking her in vain. Her streets are where they were, but there's no sign of her. She has left the Seine. The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. I heard the laughter of her heart in every street cafe. The last time I saw Paris, her trees were dressed for spring, and lovers walked beneath those trees, and birds found songs to sing. I dodged the same old taxicabs that I had dodged for years. The chorus of their squeaky horns was music to my ears. The last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. No matter how they change her, I'll remember her that way.
Well, that is one of two times I know of where Oscar said words to his own music. Jerry Kern died in 1945 in New York, trying to set up the revival of Showboat. And although that partnership was over, Hammerstein never forgot him. He was so moved and touched by his friendship and his partnership with Kern that supposedly he could barely get through the eulogy to Jerry Kern's funeral and thought about him the rest of his own career. Here is an amazing number. It's from Sweet Adeline, and it would have vanished if it were not for the magic baton of John McGlynn, who did a studio recording of this amazing number with Chris Grondahl and Brent Barrett and Judy Kay and you name it. Some Girl is on Your Mind, and whenever I think of the best of American music, on my mind is Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein.
Jenny Lee, please come back to me. I am waiting all alone. You know I yearn for your return. Come back and be my own. Jenny, how I miss you when I see a moon. How I long to kiss and spoon. Please come back and be just the girl for me, pretty little Jenny Lee. Please come back and be just the girl for me, pretty little Jenny Lee. Have one on me, drink hearty, sir. Here's to your girl, let's drink to her. I don't mind if I do. I think you need a pal to tell your troubles to. Why do you get moody when the other boys are having fun? Why do you get blue and want to run away from everyone? Some girl is on your mind. Some girl is on your mind. Why does every sailor who goes out upon the seven seas sigh to see a whaler that is passing on a homeward breeze? A girl is on his mind. Some girl is on his mind. Though all the fellows around here may say their sorrows are drowned here, there isn't one who could be found here if some girl would be kind. And no exception to the rule, I wouldn't try to avoid you. There's someone on my mind. Some girl is on my mind. Have one on me and drink hearty. We're in the same boat, all of us. At the time when you fall, the very girl you want won't fall for you at all. And that is why you're always moody when the other boys are having fun. Why do you get blue and want to rush away from everyone? Some girl is on your mind. Some girl is on your mind. Why should I be haunted by a voice that's never meant for me? Why should I imagine that her heart is always calling me?
Well, where has the time all gone to? This is Larry Maslon here at Broadway to Main Street. Let's catch up next Sunday at 3.